Alright guys, we're back over to Vegeta's story edition of Red Zone to attempt his version of the God of Destruction BEERUS Saga stage. And with stage 5 also comes the mission with using 6 exploding rage category units. So not only are we going to attempt this for the first time and attempt it blind, we're also going to complete the exploding rage category mission alongside it as well. Essentially, I'm just running a full in LR Broly category team for this, which is essentially just a full Broly team. And I've also brought Super Easy A Tech BEERUS with me as well. Is that what we're doing? Is that really what we're doing straight away? So BEERUS locks units. Okay, that's really jarring because I was getting ready to just put BEERUS into slot 1. He also nullifies dodge. Okay, I mean, good thing Fizz Janemba also has... We're starting with a super attack just like that. And we've already been hit with 448. So we're very close to being dead already. Fizz Janemba's going to have to really utilize his guard if that's what we're doing. Now, I know Goku's version had the whole 70% extra attack once he gets down to 50% HP. I wonder if Vegeta's version is going to have that as well. If he doesn't have anything like that, this will be a lot easier to do. The other good thing is a lot of the units we have on this team do have type advantage against BEERUS. And one thing the Broly units definitely do not lack on is damage. So that's one thing we're going to consistently be doing. The character lock-in I could really do without, but what can you do? So we're going to pop this. Domains up, both in LR Brolys are now guarding. I do have items with me, although I'd prefer to actually not use them. You know, the whole no item run. You know, it's quite fitting considering this is Vegeta's version. You know, that's my Bulma! You know, Saiyan pride. I kind of want to hold on to that, you know, not use items. Although, doesn't Janemba have to be in slot 1 or 2 to build up? No, as long as in slot 1 or slot 2, he gets 22% damage reduction. So I could still put him into slot 1. Do I want to do that? Broly does have guard, but then so does Janemba. Now he has damage reduction. So maybe I just let him stay in slot 1. Does he get key on his build up? Otherwise, all those ink keys for his are going to Janemba. No, for attack performed. And then what about when he gets hit? No, but if he does get put in slot 2 or 3, he does launch an additional super. Well, have a chance to do so. So, I'm going to give all of these to Janemba instead. Didn't really want to do that, but I suppose we don't have to give Carnival LR Broly any key right now. And even while doing that, we're still not getting the key we need for in LR Broly, but I suppose it is what it is. Janemba's tanking fine, which is good. No super. So if you're going to super attack at all this turn, BEERUS, preferably, if you could make it Carnival LR Broly, that would be perfect. You know, domains up, type advantage, he basically is invincible for 1 turn. And it looks like Janemba's in the clear. And he's not super attacking Carnival LR Broly either. But I mean, at least LR Broly does have guard right now. He does have guard. This purple cat really just be causing me problems recently. You know, it took me like between 6 and 8 attempts to do Goku's version. Okay, do you know what? I wouldn't have minded. I don't actually mind this, but for the fact that these two do not link, I would have preferred if you just locked this one in slot 3. Because then the rotation would have linked together. And then we could have kept him on rotation and done loads of damage. Well, it's all good because we need rainbow keys Fizz, and there's a ton in this corner. As long as he's getting additional supers, we are chilling. And just in case for orb placement, I am only going to give Tech Broly that one key sphere right. So hopefully with the domain being active and also some of Super Easy A Broly's support, we should be kind of chilling right now. I hope. Again, I don't know if this BEERUS has the whole, once you get down to 50% HP, he's going to do 70% more damage. Or maybe he doesn't specifically have 70, maybe this time he has 50. Maybe he has 40, maybe he has 80 or 60. I don't actually know. But there's a triple from Super Easy A Broly. I'll take that. All crits are indeed welcome, especially with him having type disadvantage. Cool. Cool. Okay. We're slowly regenning HP as well. I saw that 31 mil attack stat. Come on. Hit him with an additional as well. Hit him with an additional. Big 27 mil crit. I mean, technically it was an additional, just wasn't a super. Really? 2 additionals, not one of them could be a super attack? How are we looking? I don't know how much damage BEERUS does here. 322. Oh, we have 5k HP. But let's not forget, I've got a BEERUS with me. So we're going to have some for free damage. We all like free stuff in life, don't we? So that's exactly what we've got going on right now. We have got a free turn of damage. Now, hopefully we get to use this, do as much damage as possible. And then we can also not have BEERUS lock one of the units that I don't need to be locked. The main one being on this rotation, Carnival or Broly. Leave him alone. Let him stay on the rotation, because I just want him to be in slot 1. Because that way, or if you're going to lock him in slot 1, because then he can have his guaranteed guard. Also, he's got type advantage. I want him to constantly be here doing damage with the guard, with the type advantage, to soak up all of BEERUS's damage. Now, even if we do get down to, or get BEERUS down to half HP, I can't actually tell if he's got the buff or an attack increase, because I just realized the enemy BEERUS is also being buffed by in LR Broly's domain. So it looks like Janemba's locked in slot 2. That's actually not a bad thing. See, I do want BEERUS on one of these rotations because he's just so good. And I filled the team up. Well, kind of had to with the build. Not only went to a full Broly team, but also because they're all movie bosses. So BEERUS is at his best tanking capabilities. But I think I might just do this. He doesn't have to be in slot 1. Whereas Carnival R Broly has to be in slot 1 to get guard. So hopefully with constantly shimmying BEERUS around, eventually he can stick to one of the rotations. How are we looking on this? Should be alright. 66.2k damage. I can live with that. I mean, we are living with it. Barely. But we are still alive, which is the important part. Really? Dokkan, you're shagging me right now with the additionals. None of them are super attacks. I need them to be additional supers. Not normals. Supers. That's one thing this team has, is damage. So stop giving me additional normals. I want to start seeing those additionals be super attacked. Okay, Janemba's still fine, which is good because he's actually fully built up. So even though he's not in slot 1 without the damage reduction, he's still fine. Good damage from BEERUS. This is what I want to see. Additional supers, man. Back-to-back crits? No. Okay. But I mean, he did additional super, so there's that. And now BEERUS is fully built up. Domain's gone, but we can immediately pop another one. Do you know what? I can work with that. I can work with that because we have the second domain ready to go. So we are down to 50% HP because the buff is still there. How much does BEERUS have? So he has attack and defense plus 50% after receiving 15 attacks. So I don't think his buff comes from losing HP. Once we hit him 15 times, he gets increased attack and defense no matter what. Okay. So no matter what was going to happen, he was going to get it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. See, we can also trigger the revival. And because I can trigger the revival, there's kind of no point of using the domain, if that makes sense, because we're going to go straight into next rotation anyway. So I'm actually going to force the revival to happen. I'm going to hold on to the domain. So if we make it through next turn, we can actually kind of fully take advantage of the domain. So the longer we survive this rotation, I'm here for it because it means we can do some extra damage. But I do actually want to die this rotation. I want to force the revival to happen. So if we can do as much damage as possible before BEERUS deads us off, that actually works out perfectly. So BEERUS, if you can just comply to the strat I've got going on right now, that'd be great. Like, I actually want you to super attack me for once. Like, actually super attack me. Please. Please. Like, I'm actually asking you to. Super attack, super easy, A Broly. And he's out here getting additional supers. I mean, it's a good thing, but also it's probably a bad thing because it doesn't look like we're going to get super attacked. And now the next rotation has to deal without having the... Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. How much did this do? We have like just over 200k HP. Cool. Perfect. That couldn't have gone any better. We super attacked him with every single character on that rotation. Done as much damage as possible. Super easy A Broly even got an additional super in. I think he even critted potentially at least once. And we got the domain. Yeah, that went perfectly. You walked straight into my trap, Lord BEERUS. This is why you never touch my Bulma. You bastard! I went from Vegeta to like Triple H from WWE. I don't know what happened there. Okay, he's locked. Why out of the two Brolys could you not have locked the middle one? Did you get confused who was who? Like, I get they're now basically the same, but like, did you forget who was who? He has 220k defense. I don't want to use an item, but I might use an item because we're gonna die. We have type advantage, but I think we're gonna die. I don't know how much BEERUS does on normals, but let's not forget he's getting 50% attack and defense. 50% extra attack no matter what. And this man only has 223,000 defense, not HP. I'm gonna do it. Do you know what? I'm gonna put my Saiyan pride to the side because we actually are very close to beating this. And let me just put it this way. If there was no character lock-in, let's just clear this up. If there was no character lock-in, I was beating. Excuse me, I was beating this. No matter what that hiccup tried to tell you just then, I was beating this. If there's no character lock-in, I'm beating this with no items. Even with an item, I'm taking 90k on a normal. Are you seeing why I had to bite the bullet and use an item? Because he is taking 90k on normals. But look at the damage. Look at the damage. That would have done even more with the domain. But it had to be done. It had to be done to make sure we got the revival off. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't really like using items sometimes because I like to sit there and make myself believe I did something by going, do you know what? I didn't use items. I'm sick. Give myself a little pat on the back. But sometimes you got to, right? BEERUS locks units. He locked probably the worst. Actually, not even probably. He worked the worst possible unit on this rotation in slot 1. Especially without the domain. But he blocked the worst possible option in slot 1. So no matter what I did there, if I didn't use an item, I probably would have died because we were still taking 90k on a normal before he even super attacked. So an item had to be popped. That was with a Whis. Could you imagine how much damage Tech LR Broly was taking without the Whis? We're talking like over 100k. I was dead. I've come too far. I've come too far to lose now, okay? I'd rather win and use an item than lose and not use items. So at least actually it's still active now, not that I need it, because we've got BEERUS's Rage Mode Part 2. We've got the sequel going on. And when it comes to movies, let's not forget, the sequel's always better than the first. The sequel's always better than the first. So I hope you're ready for all of this damage you're about to take right now. You're almost dead as it is anyway. So yes, unfortunately for the no item runners, unfortunately for my Saiyan pride, the item was necessary to get us here and secure us the dub, because it's jarring, but what can you do? Hold that. At least it didn't take me like 8 tries like it did in Goku's version, but there we go. BEERUS is beat using 6 exploding rage category units. So there we go. Stage 5 completed on Vegeta's side of things. Give me both those sets of 5 stones and give me my 8 tickets. So 10 stones in total. Unfortunately, we had to use an item, but if we didn't use that, we wouldn't have won. Honestly, I find character locking so jarring. So jarring, but it is what it is. A lot easier than Goku's, to be fair. But let me know how you found it down in the comments, especially the category mission. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.